everybody, this is Dawn Bierker with Remax 360 Realty. Today we were going to do an episode that focused in on Halloween and just light, fun episode, but considering the events that happened here in Squirrel Hill, which is where we are today, the events that happened over the weekend, we decided to come to Squirrel Hill and give everyone a look at this beautiful, vibrant, lovely community. One of the things that we want to really show people while we're here today is that Squirrel Hill is incredibly diverse, really all-encompassing, very inviting, very welcoming. You'll see a little bit of everything here in Squirrel Hill. It is truly Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. He wanted everybody to be his neighbor, and you really feel that here in this community. Let's take a walk in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Okay, so when you talk about Squirrel Hill, you talk about all the little shops, all the wonderful little shops and stores, mom and pop places, and this movie theater here on Murray. So many people come to this theater to watch shows. And as I've said before, it's just an amazing community, and it's extremely walkable, extremely affordable. And when I have clients coming in from out of town and they ask me about different neighborhoods, Squirrel Hill is always number one or number two on the list because it just has absolutely everything. Okay, so millennials love Squirrel Hill too, and so do the active older people. We have, as you can see, bike pumps, bike tools. Also, if you need to refill your bottle, take a drink, or even water your dog, it's all right here, and it's right on the street. And one thing that I really want to point out too is if you look down the street, there's no trash. People in this community really are proud. Squirrel Hill, a lot of people do recognize that there is a strong Jewish community here, and this bookstore behind me has been here for a very, very long time, and it is one of the gems in the community. Everything about Squirrel Hill is local, community, and very inclusive, from the Friendship Circle, which is behind me, to the 61 Cent Cafe, to the Giant Eagle. You look up and down the streets, Murray Avenue is filled with just so many businesses, locally owned businesses that absolutely thrive in this atmosphere. It's a wonderful place to live, a wonderful place to call home and to raise your kids. Shimmy, shimmy. One of my absolute favorite things besides the people here in Squirrel Hill is the food. The food is amazing. You can get Thai here, Indian, vegan, gluten-free, whatever you want, whatever you need, you can find it and eat it in Squirrel Hill. So much to choose from as far as food. As I said before, we have Chinese, across the street, Italian, and you can't forget the green light juice. Pizza time. Let's go get the pizza. So here we are at Minio's, and it smells so good right now. We just got 3 simple slices with some pepperoni and some peppers, and want to give a shout out to this establishment. They've been here for 60 years, serving one of the best pizzas in the burg.
This is serious.
No, it's really hot.
This could be serious.
I don't think I can do it. I think it's too hot. Okay, so I have just had the most excellent slice of pizza. I should call it heaven because it was so good. And we just want to chat here a little bit with Alyssa.
Yes.
Alyssa. We're going to chat a little bit with Alyssa. Her grandfather actually started this place, correct? So why don't you tell us a little bit about the restaurant?
So he started this business 60 years ago. He was on 61, like the little trolley car up and down the street, saw a store for rent, decided to rent it. Everyone thought he was crazy. He didn't know it was a predominantly Jewish neighborhood. Opened up a pizza shop, been here 60 years this year. They always welcomed him with open arms. People thought he was crazy, but...
What do you like the most about Squirrel Hill?
It's a great walking neighborhood. You're able to go anywhere. It's like the city feel, but not with the city in it.
I've always found too, people are very respectful of
Very
each other here.
Yes.
So, well, I appreciate you talking with me
Of
today.
course.
And I love your pizza.
I'm glad we got to see you back since you just had your first slice.
Yeah. So here we are with
wanna get a little
Michelle.
closer to
Here we
her?
are with Michelle. She is
local realtor.
a local realtor. So she's born and bred in Pittsburgh, and she's with Albert Anthony, and so she knows this neighborhood very well. And so, what do you like the most about Squirrel Hill?
Squirrel Hill is definitely the most diverse, part of Pittsburgh. I equate it to like a New York City, where you can find any kind of food you want, whether it be like Indian, Chinese, Italian. It feels like the center of the city in some ways, right? Like
I find that Squirrel Hill, like you said, it's just the epitome of diversity and acceptance, and you have just a lot of wonderful people that live in this community, and a lot of scholars, because you are close to the universities and to the hospitals. And you can buy real estate here for as little as $100,000 condo, all the way up to multi-million-dollar beautiful homes. So there's a place here for everyone, and we love Squirrel Hill.
about a year and a half ago, I sold the house directly across the street from the Tree of Life.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it was a couple from New York that purchased it, and I said, "Why Squirrel Hill?" I said, "It feels like New York. It feels so diverse. It feels right." And I think that there's something to be said about that. No matter who you are, where you're from, how old you are, that you just feel welcome here, right? So
You can call it home.
Great.
So just had a fantastic lunch at Minio's and saw this mural across the street and just had to touch it, because I think it's so important that we all take a step back after everything that's happened here in Pittsburgh and basically around the country. But one thing that I do want to say in this video, and I do want to get across to people in general, is there's a whole lot of noise going on, and it's loud, and it's almost at a fevered, deafening pitch. And it makes it really hard to think and to feel, and you become numb with all this noise. And a lot of people shut down and become silent. And I think it's really, really important to pay attention and to listen and to align yourself and your ideals and your ideas with people that are like-minded and not so far left, not so far right. There's a lot of people in the middle that can incorporate and reach across the aisle and get things done, and that's really what we need to have happen in our country right now. I think that the people that are making the most noise don't deserve the audience, and that's the sad part of it. And I think it's time for Americans to take back what is ours, and that's the civility and the respect that everyone in this country deserves. That's the people here in our lovely city of Pittsburgh and every other city in this country, and it's time to come together and get rid of the hate. Okay, we're wrapping up our day today in Squirrel Hill. We had a fantastic day. We had coffee at Commonplace Coffee. We started our day there, walked the streets, met some great people, had some pizza at Minio's, got to reflect a little bit and interact with what Squirrel Hill is. And you can't really not talk about all the wonderful parks in the area, Shenley and Frick. And here we are at the Blue Slide Park. And just again, Pittsburghstrong. Love your neighbor, and peace, love, and a lot of real estate. Thanks. The reason that you and I did this video today is not just to talk about all the great things about Squirrel Hill, but it's so that people know more about this community than just what happened this past weekend. I think it's important for folks to understand that, you know, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood was really just how he portrayed it, and that's why we came here today, and it's part of Pittsburgh that we really, really love.